Okay, good evening. This is the meeting of the Villa Park Video Production Commission. It's May 14th, 2025, and I'm going to say it's 6:14. And I'm going to call the roll. Commissioner Vince Foster.
Davis, but Peter.
Davis.
That's all
Why
right.
did I say Foster? Sorry.
Close
Vince,
enough.
sorry. Here, okay. Commissioner Tom King.
Present.
Okay. Commissioner Puri Ali?
Yeah.
Present, okay. Commissioner Wagner, I am present, and we have established that we have a quorum. And we have our staff liaison, Riley Pillar, with us. And we also have Glenn Liljeberg from Suncom. He's going to give us a little demonstration, I believe, about the
Just show you what's on.
show us what's on there. Okay, so we've established a quorum. Item number 2, public comments on agenda items. There is no public present. Amendments to the agenda. Are there any amendments to the agenda? So maybe what I'll do is I'll entertain a motion to maybe put Glenn's presentation at the beginning of the agenda, if that's okay with folks?
Yes.
That works.
Okay. So would someone like to make a motion to that effect?
I would like to make a motion to move Glenn's presentation to the front of the agenda.
Okay.
I'll
And
second.
we're gonna amend it to include it in the agenda. Okay, so Commissioner King made the motion. Okay, and Commissioner Davis seconded it. Okay, is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so we've amended the agenda. Any other amendments? Okay, we're going to move on to the consent agenda. And on the consent agenda is approval of the meeting minutes for March 12th, 2025. That was the last meeting that we had a quorum. And if folks want to take a few minutes to read those over. What's that?
That one.
But
What's that?
you only have a little bit of time tonight too.
Okay, all right, so we're just gonna approve these minutes, so,
I motion that we approve the minutes.
okay? Okay, motion by Commissioner King,
Second.
second by Commissioner Davis. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Okay, meeting minutes are approved. Okay, we're gonna move right to Glenn's presentation, or,
Yeah, I just thought of something. It's at VP Guest, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks. Just leave it, all right. Okay, so this is the brand new machine. You do need to get a case or a laptop bag for it. Probably make it a little bit easier to move around.
Yep.
a laptop, what?
You need a laptop bag
Bag.
for
Okay,
it. Brian will need to look at it. So right now there's a single admin account on the computer. Brian will need to get it to add in the village's admin account and whatever else he needs to put on it. Keep in mind, when you do log in, you are logged in with an admin account, so no surfing the internet beyond, super safe sites that you can get to. Try not to go to weird image download places because you can actually pull a virus from one of those locations. So just keep that in mind because it does have production software on it. It doesn't always run very well when it's not in an admin mode, but it will prompt you for any changes. So if you do get a prompt, it's called an elevated prompt, to run something as an admin. If you're not intending to do it, choose no. So
Should we all get separate accounts for the computer, or do you think that's not needed?
it's not needed, not for this. I would keep the one general account that we set up for the whole commission. It'd be a lot easier for people to work on projects together.
I'm gonna jump in. Commissioner King, I didn't hear your remark.
Should we get separate accounts for the machine, but Glenn said it would be easier if we just use a general account for the
Okay.
commission.
Yeah, one login for everybody.
So what's on the sticker here is all the login information. So we created a Outlook account, a Microsoft account, so you can actually log into the computer. That also doubles as a email address for any of the software that's on here for registrations. And then there's also password or PIN for login, and both of those are listed down here. So as long as you're logging in locally, it will more than likely ask you for the PIN to log into the laptop. Otherwise, the password's on here as well. I also created a Adobe account on here, so you can get to the free version of Adobe Express, which is page layout, and they also have online editing package if you want to get into that. And then Outlook is configured on here for that email address, so you can get into Outlook. The Edge browser is logged already into the Microsoft account. Chrome is on here as well in case you need it, but I have everything pushed through Edge right now. As far as the software, I picked 2 free packages, so you guys don't have to pay anything right now. Best bet, I don't work in either of those, but they're both top-end editing packages. So one is DaVinci Resolve, okay, which is, they have a free and a pro version. The free version has like 90% of the paid stuff in it, and that's more of a typical editing system that's used to cut, movies and TV shows and everything else. So it is a professional editing package. Even without the Pro, it's still really good. And I put CapCut on here, which is a more simplified editing package that a lot of people are using. And CapCut will actually move. You can put it on your iPad, you can put it on your iPhone. So it does give you some ability to move it between devices if you need to. So both of those are installed on the machine. So,
And CapCut is just like it sounds, C-A-P-C-U-T?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. It's actually owned by TikTok, so
So it's here for now.
it's here for now.
My company banned TikTok.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that for a while. So everything is, I put the shortcuts all along the bottom to make it a little bit easier. So you have your Outlook, you have your CapCut, you have your DaVinci Resolve, and then Copilot, which is Microsoft's AI. Which you can actually have it create images, just by putting in a description if you want to. But CapCut and DaVinci both have AI built into them, so they will do different AI as far as automatic translations, closed captioning, that type of stuff. I'm not sure how much of that has to be in Pro. And if you guys decide to buy DaVinci Resolve Pro, it's only $300. It's a one-time cost. Unlike Premiere, which is a subscription-based price, which is
Like
about
$600 a year.
$50 or $60 a month. Yeah, you can get it now for like $24.99 for the month for the year. They have a special going on right now. I was actually able to just renew at the lower price, which was nice. But we'll see how long that lasts. They're hurting with these two that are
Right.
out there on the market right now. So. The advantage of paying that, you get everything else.
I mean, I
but-
still use it. But.
Yeah, I do too. Just because it's a whole ecosystem. But this, for what you're doing, CapCut may be enough. Like I said, I've not worked in CapCut, but I do know multiple PIOs that work in CapCut, and they like it. So
I've used it. If you've never done anything with video editing, there's templates. It'll do transitions for you. It'll show you the transition. You click it and put it in.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
I've never used it on a computer, but I have on phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phone's even easier. Yeah.
yeah.
So I figured it'd be a nice thing to have on here for the commission to use.
Yeah.
So very easy way. If you're doing a speaker or something, I mean, you don't need to do much. A nice title and some lower third graphics, and you're done. So
So you're saying CapCut is the easier editing software to use?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, and then DaVinci Resolve is more your pro level editing. So it is. I mean, you can do a lot more in it, but it takes a lot longer to get to where you want to go. But it is fully customizable, which that's why it gets more complicated. And then on the desktop, I put a link to the Adobe Express. The account's already logged in, so you have that as well in case you guys wanted to play in that. So that's similar to CapCut, except not as good.
Yeah, they're still struggling. on
Yes, yeah. Well, they keep changing direction on that, so it's
Yeah.
sort of like Microsoft.
that. It's even honestly, it's probably even worse than what's that other one everybody uses. It's web based. I'm blanking on the name.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it though.
Canva.
Yeah,
That's who they tried to
Canva's
copy
a-
with it.
graphic program trying to be a video editor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do any, the only video I do with Canva ever is just if I'm putting a bunch of pictures together just to go through a thing, not like an actual, like, video,
yeah.
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 Just on the back end, there's 2 hard drives in here. So there's 2 SSDs. You have a C and a D drive. Leave the C drive just for programs. Try to use the D drive for all your editing. And the reason is Windows uses a paging file, and also with the programs running on the C drive, it will speed up the editing process by keeping your video on a separate drive. So just a little bit quicker to deal with your editing. So I named that D drive video data so you know where it's at. Each one of the commissioners could probably create a folder in there so your projects don't get mixed up, with each other's projects. And the way I do my back end is I'll create a date and the name of the project I'm working on inside of my folder, and then I put my assets and everything else inside of that. It just helps organize it. It can get to be a real mess by dumping tons of assets into a single folder without trying to organize that on the back end. So
Because then when you do try to organize it and move stuff around, then it can't be found. You got to try to locate it within the software. It's pain.
yeah. So
So you said there's a C drive and a D drive?
a D drive. So if you look up here, you have your Windows SSD, and then I renamed this one Video Data, which is your D drive.
Okay. So use the D for editing.
D for data and C for your is all where the programs get installed. So.
Okay.
And it's a gigabit. This also has, I think it has a Thunderbolt connection on it, so you can get, really high speed external SSD if the commissioners wanted to keep their own projects on separate drives. Not any USB-C will work. You need to make sure it's extremely high transfer rate drive. So Samsung makes really good, probably the best externals. So
Lacey makes some good ones too.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
use.
but,
Great.
okay.
So this is Commissioner Wagner. So where will this be stored? Obviously, the video production room is not a good place to store it since it's under construction.
Yeah, because I wanted it there since it locks, but I mean, we could keep it in my office because my office is kind of behind like the locked door too, so I don't mind hanging on to it in my office
Okay.
while it's under construction. So yeah, I can do that.
Great.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I would just shut it down in between. Don't just close the lid, because if it goes 3 weeks, between someone using it, you're gonna have a dead battery.
right,
So-
right.
So I
Yeah.
would just always make sure you're shutting it down when you're not using it.
Sounds like a
Awesome.
plan.
All right, that's
Thank
all I
you so
really
much for
have.
doing
Yeah,
all this for
yeah,
us.
no problem. Do you want to leave it on so you guys can play?
What kind of computer?
Well, yeah, we're
It's a
gonna do
Lenovo.
our meeting and then we
Yeah.
can do that afterwards. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's an AMD processor on here.
Yeah. AMD Ryzen 5, I think. On
Yeah, yeah. So you'll, I think DaVinci Resolve will, I think it needs an NVIDIA update driver possibly, or you just need to reconfigure it for using the AMD. But beyond that,
Should be good. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so
Great,
much,
Glenn.
Glenn.
No problem.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I'm off to Kansas City, so.
Oh, wow,
Have fun.
okay.
Have a safe flight.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
Yes, I am planning on that. I have a friend that owns Uncle Bub's in Westmont, and he's done tons of barbecue competitions.
Uncle Bob's in Westmont.
Uh-huh.
That's who catered my wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
Mark Link is a really good friend of mine.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
my mom knew his aunt and uncle,
It was
who was
great.
Link's Catering. So yeah, I'm
It
glad
was
to
so
hear
good.
that. Yeah.
Jack's
All right.
Tech.
See
Have a
you.
good
See ya.
night.
Let's see it.
They have really good barbecue.
Okay, I'm gonna move on in our agenda.
I'm gonna try it.
So what will be called our new 5B will be the update on the status of the video production room construction. And I guess we heard that that there was architect's drawings for the construction, but it hasn't been approved yet. Does that sound accurate?
Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Okay,
It's in the works. I am not positive if there's been the official approval or what they need. I just know that it's happening. I can try and get an update, but
I could send Mark an email, just, I mean, he would, for
I would
those,
ask him or the VM.
what's that?
Him or Matt.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
yeah, for those of you who, some of you may be aware, even when the village does construction,
We have to have permit.
we have to get a permit.
Yeah.
Yep, we have to follow all the rules that
It's an old building.
that anybody else does. So, yeah, and yeah, I'm not sure this has to go to planning and zoning, it probably doesn't, but it has to get a permit, so.
Yeah. And I haven't been involved. So I'm not sure.
Okay, so it sounds like it's moving along slowly, but we don't know how soon it'll be ready to
Correct.
occupy.
Yes.
And
Unknown.
at our March meeting, it was we took a vote, we think that sound booth should just go.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you, Commissioner Davis made a point that, with new software, you can edit out,
Yeah, there's no need for it.
outside noise, so it's gonna be a tinier space, so why keep, unless you wanna put a lock on it, and then we can store the laptop in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not my fault.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move on to our new 5C. I think we just got an update on the laptop and editing software. It's been downloaded and it's just up to us to use it, so.
Here we go.
And I'm gonna move on to our new item 5D. We should have asked Glenn about this, the inventory. Do we know?
Yeah, we should have asked him when he was here.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever got back to me. Really, he just said there wasn't really much to inventory, so I don't. If you want, you can send him a specific email yourself for exactly what you're looking for.
okay. I know he cleared out a lot of stuff, the stuff that was just superfluous, stuff that was,
Yeah.
he had a whole stack of stuff that was,
Yeah,
that was
I
gonna
think he
go.
said he could put like a list together of like recommended things to purchase
Yeah.
going forward, but I think he said there wasn't really much inventory in general.
Right, which I think that's what we were waiting for more, was like, all right, what do we need in addition? I think the main thing is we need to get memory cards. We should be able to start with whatever we have right now. I mean, we have anything we need, I think, minus that.
Okay.
Oh, tripod, that was the other thing.
Contract, undo one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to our new 5E, discussion of future commission projects. And I apologize, I reached out to the folks at Argonne. They told me, it'll take a month to get approval. Well, if I would have started the process, we would have had the approval, but I thought Sandy Hill, our library director, would be a good person to interview. I sent her an email, but she responded to part of my email and not the other part where I asked her for an interview. And so I guess I need to follow up with her. But there's, if anybody else has a pilot project that you can think you want to get started on,
Sure.
Please do so, And I apologize that things are moving so slowly, but we are moving. We are taking baby steps towards beginning to function as a video production commission. So,
So for when we get these, we film these projects, right? We're gonna store them on the laptop or an external drive. Where do we submit them to, wherever they're gonna get posted to, I guess is the question. Like, who's responsible for ultimately distributing the content? I guess would be my question.
I would
So,
have to say that you would be the person.
ultimately, I
Yeah,
believe
ultimately.
so.
Okay.
So like
She's
I
our,
would,
yeah, Riley's our staff liaison.
um,
She's going on maternity leave, and there's a intern gonna be in her place.
Okay,
yes. Mm-hmm.
got it.
So things will still be moving. But yeah, so essentially, like, let's say you finish a video project, you have
Mhm.
your MP4 ready to go. You would send it to me, I would send it to Glenn to put on the cable channel, and if we wanna put it on YouTube social, then I would do that as well.
Got it.
Or anything else we wanna do with it.
Got it. So, like, how
Cause
should we?
Glenn's the one that'll set it up on the cable channel. He
Do we
does
want
that.
like? Is there like a Dropbox or something like that, or should we just make sure it's loaded onto that laptop and it gets ripped off there?
Since there is a Microsoft account, there would be, we could do a OneDrive folder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
I think that'd probably be the play.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
I
fine.
didn't catch all that.
Since we have a Microsoft account, that means, that OneDrive would be included, so we could do a OneDrive folder. So yeah, but yeah, obviously we can have it on the laptop,
Right.
like OneDrive as well, so then,
Yeah, just for finished projects. That way, it's easier for you or whoever. They can just pull it out without having to go grab the laptop and.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
And the other question what is what's the memory on, I mean, are we, in terms of the capacity for the laptop?
It's got a terabyte on the drive that we're supposed to save our projects on.
And that's a lot,
Yeah, okay,
a terabyte.
If we're filming 1080p, it'll be okay. Like eventually we'll go through it. If we film in 4K, you'll go through that very quickly.
Really,
Yeah.
yeah, depending how long the stuff is too.
Yeah, I've filled up my drive like 4 times over, and I use
Really?
an external drive. Yeah, but
Ah,
I'm filming in 4K all the time, and then I down scale to 1080.
yeah,
Because the advantage of that is if you have a wide shot, you can crop in and you don't lose any image quality.
yeah. I imagine the pace we've been going that we won't fill it up too quickly.
Yeah, true.
But we'll see, I mean, unless you guys really start getting things.
And I'll use my external drive too to keep space off of there. So
Yeah, and if we, we can always, if we need a new drive, we can always order a new one too, or something.
yeah. And I think if individual commissioners have a project that they have in mind, that, call on us to help you, I mean, we
Yeah.
could, yeah.
could we just do that via email? Or
Yeah, I think
okay.
so, yeah. I mean, it's kind of inherent in what our commission does, that we're gonna be doing things
Right.
outside of a meeting. So I don't think we're gonna be violating an Open Meetings Act if we just say, hey, let's get together and film this,
I wouldn't think so.
huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
I was gonna say, I trust you more than me, you've been in commissions and know the rules more than I do.
I mean,
I wouldn't see how that would even be. Yeah, I wouldn't even know how you'd be able to run a commission like this with.
yeah,
that
it
rule
would be
in place.
impossible, I mean, in the past, the commission's gotten together to film Fourth of July parade and other things, and
Yeah.
it's kind of inherent in what we do that we're going to do things.
We're not allowed to talk while we film.
Right, exactly. We have to sign.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to 5F and future training, and I guess we could just call on Glenn if we feel we need to move to the next level in terms of training, so. Just a question I have, the training session that he did, did he bill that? Was it billed to the commission at all? You don't know?
If it was not sent to me.
Okay. Okay, I can ask the finance director where we are at in our budget, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure, I could ask Matt or Cheryl if he sent anything to them or anything, but I was not sent anything.
Okay,
Do we have a copy of that? Remember, I think it was my first meeting. We went through like basically the bylaws of the commission.
yes, yeah.
Okay. I just want to take a look at that. I was wondering, because one of the projects I was thinking about doing is Windy City Curling. They're doing their food truck bonspiel in August,
Okay,
and they have people come from all over the country to that.
okay.
So I thought that might be a cool event.
Yeah.
What is it, a food truck, what?
Bonspiel.
What's that?
It's basically a curling tournament, but that's what they call it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, but then they also have they have national events, like they had the wheelchair nationals there like a couple months ago.
Oh, really?
So that might be a cool thing to showcase that goes on in Villa Park.
Yeah, I can send that to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
to-
And
As
like,
long-
it's like it's not really advertising a business because I think they're
You can-
nonprofit.
Yeah, if you can film a business, that's fine.
Yeah.
You just can't promote a business.
Right.
Like if you go in and say, "Hey, everybody, come to Windy City Curly,"
Sure.
you know, you can't- that's different than just objectively filming.
This is the event.
the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to item 6, public comments on non-agenda items. There are no members of the public present. I'm gonna move on to item 7, commissioner comments. Commissioner Puri,
Hi.
okay, no comments, okay.
No.
Commissioner King,
Welcome our new commissioner to be a
Thank
commissioner.
you.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Commissioner Davis,
I've got nothing.
okay. And this is Commissioner Wagner, I have nothing. Okay. I don't know who our liaison will be, since trustee Patrick is now President Patrick.
Mhm.
And we haven't seen him, I mean, I've seen him, but I haven't seen him here. So I don't know what's going on. We can certainly ask him if there's someone on the board that would like to be our liaison. So,
He, from what I understand, he had a personal conflict at this when we had our meeting, so that's why he was unable to attend. But yeah, I think
Right.
we can get someone else to be our liaison now that he's president.
I'm sorry, say again?
Now we can get someone else to be our liaison now that he is president.
Right.
Was President Kazone liaison for a commission? For a different one? Or if you're president, are you not a liaison?
No, Commissioner,
I was gonna say, I thought you was.
former President Kazone was liaison to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Gotcha. So he still could be, it's just that he had a conflict with the time.
Yeah,
Which
I
at
mean-
that point, I mean,
Right,
might as well just be like, I'm not going to be on that commission because
Right.
we don't see you.
right.
so there was a trustee that was liaison to the Planning and Zoning Commission, but that trustee was, he didn't do it anymore. And then President Kazone elected to become the liaison, so.
Gotcha.
Okay, Village Board liaison comments.
Oh, staff lit, oh.
Steph,
Oh, I'm sorry,
Sorry,
staff,
that's why I was like, what?
staff comments, I'm sorry, I apologize.
No, all good. I do not have any comments. I will have the laptop at my desk.
And yeah, we can look into getting a case. I don't know if that would come out of our budget or what.
Yeah, I think it would.
But yeah, okay.
Well, if I can get us a backpack if that works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it.
backpack?
I'm fine with whatever you guys are fine with, yeah.
I mean, it'll be a laptop backpack. It's not going to be just like a JN whatever.
Yeah.
J Sport. I don't forget what it's called. I've got a spare one.
Okay, in that case, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Who made the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Oh,
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I'm just the second guy.
okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Hi.
okay, we're adjourned.
Cool.
Recording.